What is the probability that an ex-girlfriend will reach out? Statistics from a male psychologist. Knowing certain information about relationships, breakups, and conflicts with a girlfriend, you can quite accurately understand whether she will reach out if you behave correctly after the breakup. You can watch more about correct behavior in my videos on this channel. Right now, we won't talk about that, but rather about the wrong actions that push back or completely eliminate the probability of restoration. By the way, they can destroy even the strongest relationships very professionally. I want to know if she'll write. The roots of this question are a problem that prevents relationships from developing. The question of when the girlfriend will reach out is merely a consequence of a certain personality defect that, frankly, is best eliminated. Initially, you need guarantees that the girlfriend won't leave, and then you need guarantees that she will write after the breakup. Now, I'll explain how the search for guarantees in relationships will interfere with your life. Thoughts about breaking up. First, let's define what a breakup is. A person does not make the decision to break up on their own. Rather, this process is formed in a person's psychological field and is presented as an intrusive thought. Therefore, first, a person cannot give once and for all guarantees. Second, you should not blame her for this. It's hard to hide from an intrusive thought and impossible to ignore it. Even the purest love and the most promising relationships can be killed. It's enough to cultivate pride in the other person, and you will face them feeling that they deserve more. A strong position in a person forms pride, and thoughts of breaking up begin to appear in the person's field. At the same time, the other person develops a weak position, and with it a sense of addiction. And this happens always, even in the purest relationships. For people who have lived in balance for a long time, studying relationships and the processes that occur in them seems wild. After all, they live quite well without such studies. And the only solution to constant relationship problems becomes finding your person. And people believe this and go through life destroying others' fates in the desire to find that very one. Sometimes they don't find them, whereas simply understanding the basic aspects makes life many times easier. Guarantees and your positions. The search for guarantees begins at the stage of proposing a relationship. An official relationship proposal is absurd in itself. It carries absolutely nothing except a man asking the girlfriend for permission. He needs guarantees, so he asks, and the girlfriend either allows it or doesn't. This is the first moment when a man finds himself in the role of a supplicant. There is a marriage proposal in which the man takes responsibility, the girlfriend takes it too. And of course, this needs to be asked. But proposing a relationship at a moment when communication is clearly not in a friendly format is necessary only for your own unfounded peace of mind. The man begins to believe that when the girlfriend agrees, she takes on obligations and responsibility, and he gets guarantees, and he is mistaken for the first time. Your own thoughts in the search for guarantees. After some time, these guarantees are no longer enough for the man, and he starts saying certain things, again, to obtain guarantees. I'm interested in a serious relationship. If I choose a girlfriend, I won't give up on her. I need to know what we have in our relationship. Let's decide whether we'll build our relationship. I need to know whether we are definitely breaking up or not. All these thoughts are aimed at resolving the situation and gaining certainty. You ask a person questions they cannot answer. You extract answers with pliers and then accuse them of betrayal. When a man beats around the bush and keeps proposing a relationship, wants to resolve, understand, or clarify something about the relationship, the girlfriend understands how important she is, but also sees that she herself is not walking around with such thoughts. What does this give her? When she sees your behavior, she understands that this is love. When she looks at herself and sees there is nothing like that on her side, she understands there is no love. You provoke, and she is mistaken. You provoke because you want to be sure of something you cannot be sure of. And she is mistaken because her significance toward you may be good, but not as high as yours. And she interprets this as the absence of love. Will she write to me? After a breakup, you want to be sure it's temporary. and that she will definitely return. You may even ask during the breakup, is there a chance that in the future we'll date? Again, you ask a person who does not make these decisions. Her perception of the situation changes. It is plastic. And after receiving certain guarantees at the moment when she said yes, over time you come to the point where she leaves, and now you demand other guarantees. And why are you sure that now her "I will never write" is absolute truth? After all, this is her guarantee that you will no longer be a couple, and you believe this just as you once believed that your relationship was forever. Your influence is possible, but only on the situation, not on the girlfriend. A person is governed by laws and is a vessel, and during a breakup, you, of course, have a desire to influence the girlfriend directly, change her thoughts, get guarantees. But the set of situations that governs human behavior knows nothing about your agreements with her. Instead of a conclusion, do not seek guarantees where they cannot be given. In the end, it will be a lie. Only by understanding the laws by which a person's field works can you influence a person's decisions and thoughts. And this influence is not manipulative, but natural. And that is exactly why, with the correct behavioral model, restoration of a relationship is possible. Whereas with manipulations like how to get your girlfriend back by SMS, you are certainly headed for fiasco.